Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of Batman Trivia hosted on my YouTube channel. This is going to be opened up to members, so my members will be the contestants soon enough. But starting out, I am having on other YouTubers, influencers, and today I have Michael Graham, podcaster, host of the Is What podcast. Be sure to check it out. It'll be the top link in the description below. So, Mike, you are the guinea pig for this series. These questions might be too hard. They might be too easy. We're going to find out.
Oh, no. Well, honestly, guinea pig is one of the nicer things that I've been called, so I do have to appreciate you on that one. I'm a little bit nervous here because, like I was saying, there's 80 years of Batman and historical events to happen in Batman in history, and that's a lot of information to remember.
That's a lot.
So hopefully, I don't look like a total knucklehead by the time this is all said and done.
Well, and let me ask you this. If you had to rate your knowledge of Batman, 10 being incredibly knowledgeable, you are the leading world expert on Batman. 1 is you know absolutely nothing. Like, who's Batman? Where do you land?
I think just to play it safe right now, I'm going to go even keel right down the middle. I'm just going to go with a 5.
I feel that because I
Right.
would say I'm really into Batman. I would not say I'm anywhere near a 10. I mean, there are
Right.
people out there that just have an encyclopedic knowledge of Batman. I would say I'm nowhere near a 10. So I would totally agree with you there. Okay, so I have 17
Right.
questions. If you had to
yeah.
if you had to bet, how many questions are you going to get?
You
Multiple.
know what?
They're all
Honestly,
multiple choice, so you're not going to be totally screwed
Yeah.
if you don't know any.
If I can get 10 out of the 17, I will feel like I've done a good enough job not to be completely booed out of here for the rest of my days.
All right, very good. Let's delve right into it.
If it's less, I'm just never watching you again. So
Okay,
that's
good.
fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that out. No, I'm just kidding. I'll keep it. Okay, question 1. Are you ready, Mike?
All right,
We're going
let's
for
do it.
10. We're going for 10 out of 17. Question number 1 is a Dark Knight question. In the 2008 Christopher Nolan film The Dark Knight, how does the Joker kill Gotham's police commissioner? A, he blows up his car. B, the Joker poisons his whiskey. C, his henchmen kill him. Or D, he is hung from a skyscraper.
Poison whiskey.
Boom, you are correct.
Yeah.
Okay, one for one.
I remember after seeing that scene, the whiskey that I had in my house, I was actually very sketched out about drinking it. So even though I had it, I remember just loving that movie so much. After seeing it in the theater, I just thinking to myself, I'm like, I swear to God, if this does me in. So I'll remember that one.
Very good. The thing that kind of caught me off guard in writing these questions is I thought you would fall for the blows up car, because if you remember, right after the whiskey is poisoned, the car blows up and then the Joker cars go everywhere. But no, you were right on that. Okay. All right, 1 for 1. Very good. Question number 2, Batman 1989 question. Billy D. Williams appears as the alter ego of a famous villain that he was going to play in the sequels. That never happened, and the role was recast. But which villain was Billy D. Williams going to be? A, Two-Face, B, the Riddler, C, Scarecrow, or D, Deathstroke?
That is a really good question because my length of Billy D. Williams knowledge is Star Wars and the old Colt 45 commercials where he goes, "God damn, that's a good Colt 45." So if I had to choose between these, I would probably go with Two-Face.
Yes, you are correct. He was Harvey Dent. He was Harvey Dent.
Ooh,
So
baby.
boom,
All right.
2 for 2. All right, you're rolling. All right, let's get to some tougher ones. All right, question number 3.
Those weren't the hard ones? Oh, jeez.
Question number 3. What supervillain once... Okay, this one's easy too. What supervillain once broke Batman's back, leaving him crippled and wheelchair-bound? A, Killer Croc. B, Ra's al Ghul. C, Bane. D, Deathstroke. Or E, the Riddler?
As much as I want to say, what would it be?
Killer
F,
Croc?
the Condiment King.
Oh, Condiment King.
I'm going to have to go with Bane as
All
being
right.
my final answer.
There you go. There you go. All right, 3 for 3. We're rolling here. You're well on your way to getting 10. Okay, but there are some tricky ones in here. Okay,
Ooh, tricky.
Question number 4. Who does Batman consider to be the most dangerous man in the world? A, the Joker. B, Ra's al Ghul. C, Two-Face. Or D, Hugo Strange?
That's very good. I'm kind of torn between 2,
Okay.
but I think I'm going to have to go with Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, that is incorrect. What was your second
Hugo
choice?
Strange is my other.
Hugo Strange. That's right.
I was so torn between the 2, but I thought because of the kind of immortal nature of Ra's al Ghul, that would have been the answer.
See, if I were Batman, I would pick B, but because Batman picked D, unfortunately, Hugo Strange is the answer. But I actually agree with you. I think that Ra's al Ghul is a far more menacing threat to the world than Hugo Strange, because Ra's al Ghul, inherent within the League of Shadows, is mass genocide. Like, that's part of their philosophy, is basically like cleansing dumb people and cleansing criminals. That's the whole plot of Arkham City. So I would agree that, and Ra's al Ghul can live forever and Batman can't. So Batman won't always be around to fight Ra's al Ghul. He will with Hugo Strange. So I actually agree with you. But unfortunately, Batman did say Hugo Strange. Okay, still, you got 3 out of 4. Pretty good. Okay, question number 5. In the Flashpoint storyline, who becomes the Joker? A, Thomas Wayne. B, Martha Wayne. C, Jim Gordon. D, Barbara Gordon. Or E, Bruce Wayne? In the Flashpoint storyline, who becomes the Joker? Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne, Jim Gordon, Barbara Gordon, or Bruce Wayne?
That's a good one. I'm going to go with Thomas Wayne.
No, Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and Martha becomes the Joker, and Bruce Wayne is dead. So that is the Flashpoint. So unfortunately, that is a wrong answer on that one. It is Martha Wayne who becomes the Joker, which is pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it would have been better if I got the question right, but hey, that's what it is.
Okay, question number 6. Rolling on. This is another kind of tough question. Actually, pretty tough. Okay, how old is Bruce Wayne when he becomes Batman? According to the New 52 DC Comics relaunch that happened in 2011. So in the new DC canon, how old is Bruce Wayne when he becomes Batman? A, 23 years old. B, 25 years old. C, 28 years old. Or D, 31 years old. How old is Bruce Wayne when he becomes Batman? 23, 25, 28, or 31?
Interesting. So my gut reaction tells me to go with 25.
Okay.
Come on, you got to give me something. You can't
Is
just let me hang here.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer. I got to go 25.
Yes, you are correct. Yes, 25. And when you think about it, there you go. 4 out of 6. No, you're making good pace. 4 out of 6. But the thing that I think about is 25 actually makes a good deal of sense, because Bruce Wayne does go to college, and that he goes and trains for years to become Batman. So, like, realistically, that's actually a reasonable age. 28 or 31 would be too late, and 23... I guess could make sense maybe if he went through college early. He's pretty smart after all. But I think that like 25 is actually makes a lot of sense that the writers chose that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, 4 out of 6. You're making good pace to hit that 10 mark. Question number 7. At the end of Batman 1989, how does the Joker die? A, he falls to his death. B, he's ran over by the Batmobile. C, Batman beats him to death. Or D, he poisons himself.
Let's see. I'm going to have to go with he poisons himself.
Is that your final answer?
It's my final answer.
No, he does not poison himself. He falls out of the clock tower, and then he falls to his death and dies. So it is A, he falls to his death.
It was gravity that did him.
It was gravity. And then Batman almost fell off too at the end, but he survived. Who could have guessed? Our hero lives in the end.
Should have known.
All right. 4 out of 7. Moving on to question number 8. Which villain does not appear in the 2011 video game Batman Arkham City, excluding Easter eggs? So which character does not appear in the game besides an Easter egg? This character.
And we're talking. This is just the main storyline.
This is the main storyline in Batman Arkham City. Yes. Okay. A, the Joker. B, Poison Ivy. C, Bane. D, Scarecrow. Or E, Two-Face. Which villain does not appear in Arkham City? The Joker, Poison Ivy, Bane, Scarecrow, or Two-Face?
It has to be Two-Face for this answer.
No. Unfortunately, Two-Face is right at the beginning for a little bit. He is not really a prominent role in the game. He is there. Scarecrow's the right answer. Wow. Scarecrow wasn't in City. He was in Asylum at night.
Unbelievable.
All right. Okay. Good effort, though. Good effort. Question number...
Yeah, that process of elimination on that one.
Yeah.
That did me in. Unbelievable. Okay.
Question number 9. When on Darkseid's home planet Apokolips, Batman had the power to resurrect one person back to life. Who did he choose? Did he choose Damian Wayne, Tim Drake, Thomas Wayne, Barbara Gordon, or Dick Grayson? When Batman was on Darkseid's home planet Apokolips, Batman had the power to resurrect one person. Who did he choose? Damian Wayne, Tim Drake, Thomas Wayne, Barbara Gordon, or Dick Grayson?
See, now this is interesting.
Yes.
Because in order for him to resurrect somebody, they'd have to be dead at this point, right?
Correct.
So this is where I'm a little bit torn, because if I recall, oh man, okay, so now I got a bunch that I got to think about here.
Mhm.
Let's go with Dick Grayson.
No, it is Damian Wayne.
God damn it!
He picked his son. I mean, was that
your son?
Yeah.
Gotta love your son.
The thing is, you're entrusted with the responsibility for the son, and I'm sure he felt kind of guilty when he died or whatever. So he did bring Damian back to life. Although I would have thought Thomas Wayne. He sure does talk about that guy a lot. So I thought he would have brought back his dad, but
yeah, just a little bit important, right?
I know, right? Okay, question number 10. In the New 52 Endgame storyline, who took up the mantle as Batman after Bruce Wayne and the Joker seemingly died? So in the New 52 Endgame storyline, who took up the mantle of Batman after Batman died? Was it Alfred, Damian Wayne, Dick Grayson, Jim Gordon, or Tim Drake?
You know what? I have not read this, but I'm gonna go. It's kind of against my gut, but I'm actually gonna say Alfred.
You know what? That is a very close guess. You're on the right track. It was Jim Gordon. It was Jim Gordon.
Unbelievable.
But you were right to not pick the Bat family. To not pick Damian or Dick, because that's who you would think right away. But it was Jim Gordon who became Batman, and that was at the very end of the new 52 run. I wouldn't say you were missing much out on not reading that. That was only a couple years ago too. It was 5 years ago or something that they did that.
Right.
Okay, on to question number 11. Wait, how many are we at for you being right? 5?
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go 6. Let's say 6.
No, we'll go with 5. I think it's 5.
I think I'm about halfway. I'm gonna have to have a pretty good run towards the end here in order to hit my ultimate goal. But let's see if I can.
Okay, you have 7 left, so you need to get 5 out of these next 7. You think you can do it?
See what I can do.
All right, let's see what I can do. Okay, I think you got this one. What is the sequential order of characters who took up the role of Robin? Okay. The sequential order of characters who took up the role of Robin. So these answers are kind of long. I'm going to read them right now. Answer choice A, Jason Todd, Carrie Kelly, Dick Grayson, Damian Wayne, Tim Drake. Option choice B for the order of Robins, Carrie Kelly, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne. C, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, Carrie Kelly. Or D, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Carrie Kelly, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne.
Can you repeat the last one again?
The last choice is Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Carrie Kelly, Tim Drake, and then Damian Wayne.
Interesting. I think if I recall correctly, it was C that you said Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake. What were the others in C?
Damian Wayne and then Carrie Kelly.
Let's go with C.
C is your final answer?
That's my final answer. I believe that's correct.
No, it is D. Carrie Kelly is in the middle. So
really?
Yeah, but you got it right. You got Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian Wayne. You got that order right. And then in answer D, the only difference was that Carrie Kelly is in the middle instead of at the very end.
Really? Who did Carrie Kelly become Robin after? Was that after Tim Drake?
I guess it would be Jason Todd.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so that one got me, because I thought after Jason Todd had died and they blew him up, it was directly to Tim Drake right after that.
Oh wait, but actually,
what do I know? I mean,
wait, hold up. Okay, this is question 11.
Yeah.
I wrote D, but I think you might be right. I think it might be wrong.
I could have sworn, and once
Because
again, this is just because I just remember the fallout from when Jason Todd had died. I remember the vote being incredibly close because it was like a 900 number that you could call and you could
right.
ultimately vote on if you want this little guy to die or not. But I remember right afterwards it was Tim Drake, but I could be mistaken. My track record obviously on these trivia questions is not great.
Well, Carrie Kelly was the Robin in The Dark Knight Returns, which would, yeah, you might be right. Maybe Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly is, yeah, The Dark Knight Returns Robin, and The Dark Knight Returns happens when Batman is like 60, when he's really old.
Right.
So I'm going to give you that. I mean, the order of the Robins is right. Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne. For whatever reason, my answer key had Carrie Kelly, but I think you're right on that, actually. I think you are right that Carrie Kelly becomes after Tim Drake for sure. Yeah. Because Batman is with Carrie Kelly in The Dark Knight Returns, and in The Dark Knight Returns, Batman is like 60. So that's after he's already had all the other Robins. That's after Jason Todd has died.
Thing, and he retired at that point. And he was, there were years where Gotham didn't have a Batman prior to him coming back in The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you got that right. I'm wrong. Okay, so you got
that.
Hey
man,
you got that right.
It's okay. Okay, very good. So this whole quiz is suspect now.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. All right. So question number 12.
All right. So I got 6.
Yeah. So you have 6 out of 11, which means that you need 5 out of your. No.
What, 4 out of the last
5? You need 4 out of the next 6.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, question 12. In a crossover with Marvel, Batman and what other character were merged into a single unique character? Was Batman merged with Moon Knight, A, B, Black Panther, C, Wolverine, or D, Iron Man?
Interesting. So I always think of Moon Knight kind of being the Marvel version of Batman. So I'm going to go with Moon Knight.
It was C, Wolverine. Wolverine was the character that mixed with which is pretty badass, by the way. But nobody even read this crossover. This was in the early 2000s.
Right. So I do have a cool story. One time I was at a bar with my friends, and I was talking to some guy about Batman, and really just comic books in general, but specifically Batman. He actually mentioned to me that him and his friends were the ones who invented the character Moon Knight.
Really?
And they had just sat on it for years and years and years. And they're like, yeah, we had some comics and we didn't really do anything with it. So they ended up selling it for distribution, and they ended up making a bunch of money.
Wow. That's interesting.
He was just a random guy, and he was like, oh, yeah, me and my friends invented Moon Knight like 15 years ago. And it was just sitting there. And then we decided to do something with it, and we sold it and split the cash and ran. Wow. I was like, okay. But now if they turn Moon Knight into like a massively successful property, then he just screwed himself over.
Yeah, he owns nothing.
Yeah, he owns 0 part of it at this point. But him and his friends and character.
Dude, when Moon Knight shows up in Phase 4 of the MCU, oof, that's gonna be hurting because he would have gotten like a $5 million payout just for name and likeness, you know?
Yeah, he would have made some serious cash. So I'm very curious to see what that's all about on that guy's end.
Well, okay, on to the next question. So you can only miss 1 out of the remainder that we have. You can only miss 1.
Okay.
Right, so you can't miss 2, and we're on 13. You're almost there. Okay. Question number 13. Which of the following is not a Batman villain? Which of the following characters is not a Batman villain? A, Condiment King. B, Catman. C, Red Spider. D, Black Mask. E, Calendar Man. Which of the following is not a Batman villain? Condiment King, Catman, Red Spider, Black Mask, or Calendar Man?
Oh man, Condiment King is hilarious, but that's just so ridiculous. If you would just think, okay, cool, ketchup and mustard guy, like he's obviously not a villain. But on this one, I'm actually gonna have to go with Catman. From the look on your face, I have a feeling I got this wrong.
Catman is a Batman villain, actually.
Really?
He is.
Huh.
Red Spider.
Never heard of Catman.
Red Spider? I just made that up. Just made Red Spider up. Okay. All right. So if you get question 14, 15, 16, and 17, if you get all 4 of these in a row, then you win.
Okay.
Let's see if you can do it. Let's see if you can get on a roll. Which most accurately, you got this one, which most accurately describes Poison Ivy's origin story? A. Pamela Isley is injected with poisons and toxins as an experiment, causing her transformation. B. Pamela Isley is killed in a fatal car crash and brought back to life by her boyfriend, who is a mystical botanist. C. Pamela Isley was born with an inherent connection to nature that preceded her birth.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, 3 options. A. She is injected with poisons and toxins as an experiment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with A.
You are right. You
Okay.
are right. I thought B.
Beautiful.
Yes. Okay. We got 3 more. You got this. You got the three-peat to clutch the victory. Question number
Let's get
15.
clutch.
In the 2016 movie The Killing Joke, based upon the best-selling 1988 graphic novel, which controversial scene was added to the story that was not originally in the graphic novel? A. A Batgirl Batman sex scene. B. An epilogue that clearly showed Batman killing the Joker. C. A scene insinuating that Barbara Gordon was, I can't say that word, I'll get demonetized, but was sexually taken advantage of by the Joker after being shot. Or D. A scene where Jason Todd allies with the Joker in the final act of the film. All right, I'm going to read those choices again. In the movie, what scene did they add that was not in the graphic novel? A Batgirl Batman sex scene, A. Or B, an epilogue that showed Batman killing the Joker. C, a scene insinuating that Barbara Gordon was sexually assaulted by the Joker after being shot. Or D, a scene where Jason Todd allies with the Joker in the final act of the film.
So I'm going to go with C on this one. I do quite remember. I'm pretty sure that I'm right. I'm going to wait until you tell me that I'm right before I say anything else.
No, it is a...
unbelievable.
It is a Batgirl Batman sex scene. There is not... They didn't add anything that insinuated that there was... It was portrayed pretty much exactly the same, but they did add a sex scene between Batgirl and Batman in the beginning that everybody hated in Slam. So
Interesting. Okay, well, let me see if I recall then the actual movie of it. That was when, so Batman and Batgirl, they did the naughty. And then she, because she was much younger, she was kind of talking to her friends like, well, what should I do about this guy that I work with, right? That was kind of the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yes, I do remember that nonsense, but I thought for some reason that it was more of the kind of like nefarious act of the Joker taking advantage of her after he shoots her with a shotgun. Oh man, maybe I was off on that one. But you said that was pretty close to how it was in the actual Killing Joke.
Well, the thing is that the Batgirl Batman sex scene was not at all in the graphic novel, and then that was totally basically the prelogue was the 30 minutes before, and then that was in the scene where she's like, oh yeah, exactly what you're remembering.
Yeah, it was. I remember. I didn't even get through the entire. I guess because it wasn't that long. I think it was only like 90 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it all the way. I remember seeing that and I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Oh, you're
Click.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think I got that far, but I thought that was the kind of the discussion was around.
Right. Okay.
Scene, yeah.
All right. Two more. Question number 16. In which year was Batman created? A, 1939. B, 1941. C, 1943. D, 1945. And E, 1951. And I guess you have a hint because it was just his 80th birthday.
Right. Yeah, that was Detective Comics, man.
Yeah.
I think it was Detective Comics 27.
Yes, sir. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah, when it comes to the milestones, at least I got those down, right? That's all I can ask for.
Well, the brutal thing is I had that as a question, but I took it out. But because I was like, that's too specific. A Detective Comics number 26. Like, there's no way anybody knows that, but you knew it. So I should have asked that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And what year was he created? 1939? 41?
Yeah,
43?
1939.
Yes, you are right. Boom. Right. Nice. All right. Last question. We'll go off on a bang here. Complete this infamous quote from Batman v Superman. Quote, don't piss in a jar and tell me it's blank. A, Strongbow dark fruits. Strongbow, dark fruits. B, Mountain Dew. C, Grandma's peach tea. Oh, those are the only choices. I didn't write choice D. Okay. Complete this infamous quote from Batman v Superman. Don't piss in a jar and tell me it's blank. Strongbow dark fruits, Mountain Dew, or Grandma's peach tea.
As much as I love Strongbow and I love Mountain Dew, I'm gonna have to go with Grandma's Peach Tea.
You are right. You are
Right.
right. What an
Beautiful.
interesting line. Yeah. Quite
I
a movie.
mean,
What do you think about
I see
BVS, by
myself
the
in
way?
more. About what?
What do you think about Batman v Superman? Do you like that film?
I thought it was hated more than it should have been. Like I'm not really one of those people that goes into watching a movie that really analyzes everything. My criteria for what I consider a good movie is relatively low. And it is very just strictly, did I have a pretty fun time watching it? Were there a couple scenes where I said, oh, dude, that's actually really fun? Yeah. And I think we got that. I think, Batman versus Superman, everybody ripped the whole Martha. They ripped a lot of stuff actually. Now that I think about it from that movie, but I remember leaving the theater with my friends, and I was like, no, like I had fun. It was seeing Batman on the big screen with other characters, and that's really kind of a recipe for success in my perspective. It's hard to go wrong having that experience of opening night with your friends, going to the movie to see a Batman movie. So I had a good time with it. Yeah, I don't think all the hate is necessarily warranted.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, Mike. Thank you so much for coming on. Had a great time. Everybody, make sure to go check out Michael's
Yes.
podcast, the Is What podcast. That will be linked here in the description below. You've heard him. He's got a voice of gold. Love his podcast. I listen to it all the time. This month you are doing October month, so it's all ghouls and goblins are the topic
Yeah.
of the episodes this week. Is that right? Or this
Yeah,
month?
I am. I am. Yeah, for October, I'm doing Monster Month. So week number one was werewolves. Week two was vampires. I'm going to be doing zombies, and I'm going to be doing witches upcoming to round out the month of October. So that way I can make sure that as it's getting a little bit cooler outside, the leaves are starting to fall off, things are getting a little spooky. You guys can come join me at the Iswap podcast for a good time.
Very good. All right. Everybody, make sure to go check out the Is What podcast linked down below. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. This is something that members will be able to participate in the future, so be sure to become a member of the channel. Like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment with your thoughts down below. And let me know how many you got right down below. See you guys in the next
Guaranteed
video.
they got more than I did.
Peace out.